the other sex tape comes out. And I remember there was initially some news about it, and I think Wendy Williams was on the radio saying that she'd seen it and she was describing it and so forth. And then I remember I was living in Oakland at the time, and I go to the swap meet, and there it is, like literally, like 30 copies laid out on someone's blanket, being sold,
Right.
like a Friday bootleg, basically.
Hmm.
Um, and I remember, I'd seen some footage from that just to see if it was R. Kelly, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's definitely R. Kelly.
Right.
And it was in that Colorado room that we had talked about earlier.
Hmm.
And it was with a girl that looked very, very young.
Yeah.
And Sparkle claimed that was her niece. Have you ever seen that girl before?
Yes. That's the girl he said that was 16. That was his neighbor.
So this is a girl you did a threesome with.
Yes, that he lied and said was his neighbor originally. That's what he told me.
And this story gets very, very kind of fuzzy in terms of that, because that's Sparkle's niece, but Sparkle's brother, I guess, played bass on R. Kelly's albums.
Yes, he's the lead guitarist for a lot of his albums. Like, you can Google it and just Google Greg Lamphere. That's his name. And it'll kind of show you what songs he's lead guitarist for.
Okay. And was that his daughter or another?
No,
that was his daughter.
And after the trial, he still did stuff with him.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to get my head around this. So here you are, you're a father, and you're working for this guy, and he's paying you to do this, this thing you're passionate about, music.
Mm-hmm.
He ends up having sex with your daughter, and then you continue to work with him afterwards.
Right. And he lied under oath because he said it wasn't her. But while he was saying it wasn't her, he was crying. That's what prosecution told me.
Wow.
You're watching the tape of your daughter getting peed on, and you're crying, and you're saying it's not her, but you're crying.
Right. And in that tape, that's where the peeing,
the one that went to
happens.
trial. Yes.
Okay. Now, the Sparkle story is kind of interesting as well, because I had interviewed two of the members of Public Announcement, and I don't know if you saw that interview or not. But what a lot of people didn't realize was the third member of Public Announcement was this guy named Earl. Were you around Earl at all or no?
No, I did see the other guy though. What's his name? Dre, I think.
Dre and Ricky.
Yeah, Dre. He would be around Rob a lot.
Okay. Well, Earl told one of the other Public Announcement guys that he had seen R. Kelly have sex with Aaliyah, and he left the group because of that. Now, from what I understand, Earl Robinson did see some stuff between R. Kelly and Aaliyah.
Yeah, he said he did.
Okay.
That's what he said. He told me that.
So what did Earl tell you exactly?
He said he saw Rob and Aaliyah on the back of the bus.
Having sex?
Yeah.
Did Earl leave the group because of that Aaliyah situation?
Yes. That's exactly why he left. Probably wasn't even a day or two after he told me that he was gone.
Mm-hmm.
But then Earl was married to Sparkle.
Right.
And brought Sparkle to R. Kelly to produce her album.
Because me and Earl worked on her demo. Got it. It was hot. And Earl says to me, he says, hey, take this to Kales. I'm like, not a good idea. I said, it's not a good idea. And he was like, yes, it is. I'm married to her. It's good. So I said, okay. So I took the demo down there. He listened to it. He said, oh, man, it's hot. Yeah. But I'm going to have to do this myself. He said, and I was like, what do you mean? He's like, I'm going to have to produce this all myself and write it. He said, y'all did some good work, but I'm going to do this on my own. So he said, you know, I'll do this, but, you know, it's going to have to be no Earl, no nothing. She going to have to come down here. If she want her album done, she going to have to sleep on this studio couch for 30 days, and that's the only way I'm doing it.
And she never came back.
Right.
And the question is, after seeing R. Kelly have sex with a teenager, why would you bring your wife to work with R. Kelly by herself and leave her there?
Yeah. I don't, yeah, I that baffles me as well. I don't know. I couldn't answer that one for him. I wouldn't want my wife anywhere around him.
That's
Honestly.
what I'm saying.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that was a bad call. But I mean, I guess at least he got to see, you know, what kind of wife I guess he has, I guess. Because shouldn't nobody honestly be able to take your woman, you know, so.
Well, were you around Sparkle as well? Were you around Sparkle as well?
No.
Okay. Okay. So that whole family, there's some real crazy shit
Yeah.
really kind of going on, you know, with money and fame involved. It seems like
Yeah.
everything else kind of goes out the window.
Right. I don't, yeah.